Hello everyone, my name is Ricky Carvajal Diaz and I'll be discussing about social and memory strategies in a Spanish class at the college level. I'll be providing details and showing the proper use of those strategies. Hope you enjoy it. Implementing social strategies will help students to have a better understanding of the grammar and pronunciation. Memory strategies will help students with the vocabulary and the listening skills. I believe both can maximize the student's capacity to understand the language. Everyday life is full of different stimuli that help us navigate the world. Using sensory memory during class time allows the students to associate new words to color or sound. This step makes it easier for the information to be stored. However, the sensory stimuli is a stepping stone towards short-term memory. While the information the students learn is in the short-term memory, it is important to do hands-on activities. Hands-on activities and study habits determines how well the information passes into the next step of memory. One of the end goals of teaching is to hopefully have students walk away with new knowledge. The long-term memory allows for students to store critical information and have easy access to it. It is essential that the professor builds a strong foundation from which the information can grow. It's time to challenge your students. In order to evaluate the progress of the student's vocabulary, it is important to follow the mentioned steps in the past slides. I believe having the students practice the new words that they learn in conversations among themselves allows for the process of memory to develop. According to Alan Bartley, working memory is defined as a system of temporary storage and control of information necessary for a wide range of complex cognitive activities. I believe we can relate the memory steps with the working memory. Sensory and short-term falls into short-term stores and long-term falls into control system. As I mentioned earlier, memory and social strategies have different goals. According to a research conducted by Sergio Di Carlo, 85.5% of the students are more open to social strategies. Since students want to learn about the culture of the Spanish speaker, students find that asking questions in Spanish help. I believe it's not just about researching ways of instruction and implementing them, but also finding a comfortable zone between students and teachers to facilitate communication. This research provided some strategies to use in the classroom. These are three of the strategies provided. Memory strategies will help the students, but it cannot be overwhelming. As you can see in this slide, reducing memory load will help students to fill the gaps correctly, provide a logical and adequate title, produce a similar narration using verbs studied. I believe triggering learners' retention by color code is a great idea. According to a research conducted by Diana Ibarra and David Martinez, students can match English with Spanish words, but also students can recognize and translate words while listening to them. I look forward to use examples shown in the slide. This one requires a lot of creativity. Students are required to find new words and relate them to their lives. They have to create as much content as they can. As a result, students will be able to choose an appropriate word from the class to create their posters, to produce grammatically correct sentences, and to present their posters. The research conducted by Sergio Di Carlo consisted of a total of 69 students, students between 20 and 24 years old. It will provide us with detailed learning strategies and results on the study. I will use this research as a guide for the implementation of strategies into my Spanish class. As you can see in the chart, memory has a 2.8 mean and a 1.2 standard deviation. Memory strategies seems to be the least used. This is likely because these strategies are almost unknown to the students or because they have never used them before. It seems that the students often neglect using memory strategies due to the popular misconception. Effective strategies have the second lowest mean and the third highest standard deviation. However, they found students leaning towards the strategy 34 the most. In particularly, Chinese males were the students to use this strategy the most compared to other nationalities. Cognitive strategies obtained a 64% higher mean value. Also, it was the third highest mean and the second highest standard deviation. Research showed that students were not fans of using the strategy 11. Only those students that felt connected to the culture tended to use this strategy. Those students were usually from the United States. Metacognitive strategies have the second highest mean and the second lowest standard deviation. An important fact is that when the students hear a Spanish speaker, it encourages them to be more active in the learning process. It starts the process of building their foundation brick by brick. Social strategies have the highest mean and the highest standard deviation. The research shows that the participants also dedicate time into learning about the culture. Although it was interesting to find out that students never practice their Spanish with other classmates. I believe that social strategies increase the alternative teaching methods provided for students to learn in creative ways. Memory strategies and social strategies. I believe that both of these strategies have pros and cons. However, if you use them together, you will create a balanced learning environment where the students have the opportunity to grow and explore in their own way. These definitely come in handy when the students are pushed out of their comfort zone learning a new language. The articles shown below are the ones that stood out the most in the area of memory and social strategies. They use diverse participant pools and made it easy to understand. I am looking forward into slowly integrating these strategies into my classroom. Hopefully by next semester, I'll be quite versed in this area so my students can reap the benefits. Thanks for watching.